Okay, with you, Domish.
Hi, Hayden. Good to see you. Could we start off with team news for Sunday, first of all?
Yes, the team news is we're unchanged from the same squad played against Man City. No more fresh injury worries.
After that City game, Ben Foster described the confidence as crazy, crazy low. Has that been the biggest challenge for you since that game to pick up that confidence and morale?
Well, the game was a tough one to take because we got beat. And secondly, because Villa picked up points. So, nothing changes now going into the last game of the season. We still have to get a result, whether it's a draw or a win. So, nothing really changes in that sense. It's just now that it's out of our hands. So, Ben, that's how we felt at the time. I wouldn't say that's a blanket kind of feeling for everyone in the squad. It was probably just how he was feeling at the time.
Arsenal still going for European football, but they can't qualify via their league position, but they have an FA Cup final 6 days after this game. Can that work in your favour at all?
Possibly. It might be a way that they're thinking. We don't know. We can only prepare for what we can prepare for, and that's to get ourselves right in the right frame of mind to try and get a result on Sunday. We can't really think about different permutations or try and set up for that. We've got to try and get ready for what we need to do.
Troy Deeney has an interesting relationship with Arsenal and their players, once saying they don't have the cojones for a fight. Is this working in reverse now? Do Watford need to show that they've got the fight on Sunday?
Well, I think Troy's got a lot of respect for Arsenal. I think a lot of what he said maybe was done in tongue-in-cheek and probably taken out of the wrong context. I mean, I know he's got a lot of respect for the club and for the players over there. I mean, for us, like you say, with what we've got to take care of Sunday, we know what's in front of us. We're preparing for it, and we're going to try and attack it as best as we know how.
Such as the position and how tight it is down there, a win could actually still see you relegated, and a defeat could actually still see you staying in the league. So will you be fully across those other matches while you're playing yours? And how difficult will that be?
It'll be difficult, yeah, to concentrate on what's going on elsewhere while I'm trying to concentrate what we're doing on a Sunday. I'm sure we will know at some point, the different kind of permutations and what's happening elsewhere. It'll probably be hard not to know that. But it won't be something that I will, definitely be giving a lot of my thought to. A lot of my concentration will be on the game on Sunday, I'm sure.
The reason I ask is because it could change the way you approach it, couldn't it? I know you say you want to go all out, go for the win, but if other results are going your way, do you need to maybe then change your tactics?
Depends on the time. It depends what's going on. I mean, if the result happens in the first 5 minutes of the game, then it's completely different. It depends on the time when it is. What's happening in our game. There's a lot of different permutations and a lot of different things that we, and a lot of different probably emotions on the sideline we'll be going through. But we try and keep the players as level-headed as we can. I think their focus doesn't change on the pitch. Whatever's going on the pitch, we try and shelter them from that.
Last couple from me. There have been 6 permanent managerial changes since Watford came to the Premier League. Can that be sustained, or whether they stay up or not this season? Is that something that Watford are going to have to look at, do you think, and maybe give a manager more than just a few months or a season?
I don't know. I mean, it's not a kind of area where I look at and really worry about. That's down to the guys at the football club who make those decisions. I think what the fans know is that this football club has been in very, very good hands and is in good hands, for the last 5 or 6 years. I mean, they need to trust the owners and the people that make the decisions. I think us now as staff and players here, we're concentrated on our job and what we need to do on Sunday, and that's been my main focus.
Just a final one from me, Hayden. The football writers have voted Jordan Henderson as their Footballer of the Year. Who would your vote have gone to? Who's your Footballer of the Year? That
would have been the same vote. I would have said Jordan Henderson as well. I think he's been fantastic. I think this season and last season, he's one of those players that really gives everything he's got. You can see every time he plays the emotion for the club, and the job he does for the team is absolutely fantastic. And you don't win the Premier League just by being an average player. You've got to be a top player to win the Premier League, and he is a top player. So it's well deserved from me. I think he's a fantastic player, and like I said, I think a lot of his work goes unnoticed.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, Damish.
Hi, Hayden. James from the Premier League. Just wondering, it could go down to goal difference on the final day. So will you be urging your players to shoot on sight or adopt that sort of mentality?
At times, yeah. When it's the right time to shoot, definitely we need more shots. We need to be a bit of a threat to their goal. Yeah, definitely. I don't think we can be all out attack gung ho. I think we've got to try and be as balanced as we can. Like you say, there could be a number of different things happening on Sunday, and I'm sure in 5 minutes the table will look different to the other. So we need to try and stay focused on the pitch. The boys need to be sheltered in their messages from what we're trying to get onto them on the pitch, because they need to be focused on what they're trying to do.
Obviously, there's going to be a lot of pressure in the game. Will it be hard to kind of keep the players and your own emotions in check?
I don't think so. I think the players, once they cross the line, and the game starts, as a professional player, you kind of, a lot of the emotion and what's going on outside of the game kind of goes away, and you start to focus on your job professionally, both in and out of possession, and you set plays. There's so much going on the pitch. It's really hard to kind of focus about what might be going on off it. So I think the boys will be tuned in to what's happening on Sunday. At times, if we need to get messages onto the pitch, we will, depending on what they are. Whether they are, we need to push forward and go and attack more, or whether we need to sit a little bit deeper and try and protect. But the messages will come from the side. I'm sure the players will be informed of that. And they just need to concentrate on their jobs on the pitch.
And then just one final one from me. Is it too simplistic to say that if you manage to stop Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from scoring, that your chances of winning the game dramatically increase? Is it too simple to say that?
I think they're a fantastic side. I don't think you can kind of, earmark one player. We know they're dangerous. We know they played with a very good front three in the last game and the previous games before that. So we know they've got threats. It's not just Aubameyang we have to look out for. There's a number of threats that come from different areas of the pitch, and they're a fantastic side. We respect them. Hopefully we set up for how to combat them.
Thanks, Hayden.
Thank you.
Hi, Hayden.
Hiya.
Hayden, how much of a challenge has it been picking this squad up from the Man City defeat? You said there that Ben Foster's views that the fact that the motivation levels were crazy low in terms of confidence wasn't shared. So how is everybody feeling ahead of this game?
Yeah, we've had 2 training sessions since the Man City game. I'm sure, like you can imagine, I mean, after any defeat, it's not easy. It's they're professional players, they're competitive, they want to win every game. You get beat, it's never a nice thing to take. Like I said, Villa won as well. They knew that, the players, but I think it still wouldn't change. I think Sunday we still probably would have had to get a result. Like I said, we've had two good days of training since that Man City game, and it's they've been fine. Honestly, they've been fine. I think they know what's coming as professional players. Like I say, quite a few in the room have probably been in a relegation fight. I have been through it as a player as well with West Ham. So you know what they're going through, and you know what's going on.
And in terms of your own experiences with West Ham, what were you going through during that period? If you can give us an explanation of what a player might be feeling like now.
No, that when it comes down to the last game of the season, that different things may change on the day. That going into the game, you might need a result, and that the main thing that you take out of it is how you set up as a team, and what you do on the pitch remains vital. Because if you play well as a team and you carry out the right jobs, I'm sure you'll get the right result. But like I said, with the West Ham stuff, it was a different era, a different time. But we knew as players, we knew what we had to do.
Do these Watford players need to play this game and take this game as if it could be their last game in a Watford shirt, because you never know what could happen with each player's futures following this season, regardless of whether Watford stay up or not?
I don't know. I wouldn't say that it could be their last game in a Watford shirt. I think a lot of these players are contracted to the club, and I think it's something that, if they did want to leave, they'd have to speak to the club about. But we're not focused on that. We're focused on our jobs, really. I think the main thing I want to see on Sunday is that all the players know their role, understand their roles, and go out and try and get a positive result for the football club.
Just finally from me, what happens after Sunday with you? Have you got any idea about what to expect, regardless of what the situation is come Sunday evening?
Not as yet. No, I don't think I've been thinking about that. Honestly, for the last couple of days, we've just been focusing on Arsenal. And we know that there's only one game left. So it's, I know definitely from my point of view that it's important that I try and get as much as I can sorted out right for the team. And then, anything that comes after that, I can deal with them.
Thanks, Hayden. Good luck.
Yeah, James. Thanks a lot.
Hi, Hayden. Mikel Arteta said yesterday his side have a responsibility to the Premier League to take this game seriously on Sunday. You wouldn't expect anything else, I assume, would you?
I wouldn't expect anything else. No. I think he's a professional man. They're professional players. He's probably got a fantastic squad he can pick from as well. So whatever changes he does make, I'm sure they will. They'll be a good side. I think we're expecting a tough game. I don't think we'd expect anything different in the Premier League. We're not expecting an easy game. If from our side, we're expecting a tough game from a good side who play some good football. So yeah, it'll be a good game.
Is there a hope from your side that Arsenal may just have one eye on that cup final, or can it be the opposite effect and you've got players playing for a place at Wembley?
I don't know whether he rotate, whether he keep the same team as the Villa game. He's still got 5 days, 6 days to the final, so he's still got time if he did want to play players on Sunday. So we have to try and set ourselves up right and be ready for any option that he plays.
I think looking back, it was a rare good afternoon earlier in the season, coming from 2 down to draw 2-2 at Vicarage Road. Do you take anything of a blueprint from that, or was it too long ago now?
It was a while ago now, and I think he's a different manager. So obviously it's a different style of play that I think Mikel plays at. So we looked at that. We looked at different areas, and we just, like I said, we're focusing on ourselves, trying to set ourselves up right, and trying to be positive.
And then just finally, how much focus will you have on the Villa game? Because obviously normally you can gauge what's going on from the reaction of the crowd on the final day of the season. So will you have someone on the bench tuned into that game, or just block it out completely?
I don't think we'll have anyone tuned in specifically for that, but we probably will find out what's going on. It's just natural. There'll probably be people around who will have to keep us up to date on the results, but it won't be something that I will be spending a lot of energy on and worrying about. It's trying to get us right, and then if we get what we get right, then we'll have a look at the rest after.
Cheers, Hayden. Good luck.
Cheers, thanks.
Hi, Hayden. I'm from ITV News. I've literally just come back from Watford, and the mood in the town is a lot different from a year ago when you were preparing for an FA Cup final. What's the mood been like in the dressing room?
The mood's, like I said before, the last 2 days have been fine. They've trained really well, and they've got to remain upbeat, and that's the only way we can, prepare. I mean, if the last 2 days were, the boys moping around and it was tough to try and motivate them, then, it would be a tough game on Sunday. But it's been far from that. It's been very good. We've got 2 good days of training into them. We've got another day tomorrow. Like I said, players are different in what they kind of go through. Your experience is different. Once you get on the pitch, you kind of go into a different mode. You get a little bit freer, and you look at the game differently. I don't think they'll be going on the pitch with all their kind of pressures and bits and pieces.
As we all know, there won't be a crowd inside of the stadium, and the club is very much loved by the town of Watford. Do the players know the pride and support that the fans have, despite not being there to cheer them on?
Yeah, we know that. We know that the fans are right behind us. had some fantastic messages through from the fans, loads of support. We know they're right there with us all the way, and we're going to try our best to put a performance in for them and to win the game on Sunday and get a positive result for the town. I mean, it's one we're definitely aware of.
And final question, of course, many fans will be watching on TV and they'll be hoping to cheer on their boys. In terms of a message from the club to those fans who've been supporting throughout the season, but the nature of COVID-19, they can't give that final cheer, what would it be?
It would just be to say that we're going to go out there and we're going to give everything we got. We're going to leave everything on the pitch, and we know they're there we know that they're going to be there with us, and they'll be willing us on, and their support is much appreciated.
Cool, that's great for me. Thanks. Good luck.
Thank you.
Have a sip of water, mate. We're just going to stop that. Brilliant. Okay, could Rittens come up on camera, please?